Alright, guys, alright. I am here. It is a Saturday, and I've decided to dedicate an hour today to my enjoyment of G Man. So, let's have some fun. But first, I want to actually talk about how I have actually been accepted to Chicago Comic. Wow, fuck. The Comic Con Revolution started next weekend, June 1st to the 2nd, and I would actually have my own art table. And yeah, let's go back here. And so we're gonna actually be watching. We're gonna actually be. I'm gonna be out there selling some of my artwork. And speaking of artwork, let's see if I can actually pull it out. To the wrong store. Where you can actually go to my Etsy store, and I'm gonna have. I have actually prints of Vegeta, Lotus, Isis, Rose, Arcturus. I have copies of Bast. I have copies of Holy Knight before she became Lily. I have Bow Down to Your Queen. I have Soul. I have the Osiris. I have the Ranger and Rose. I have Blind Ninja and a new reimagining of Blind Ninja. And I have several different mores. You can actually go to my Lone Sage art store on Etsy and actually go ahead and see some of my artwork. Remember, if you are trying to get artwork, there are going to be prints, and I do free shipping. But on to the show. Let's see if I can actually have this showing.
This is Crimson 60620.
Not gonna show.
Thank you for watching my video. Also, you can catch me on these social media platforms. And if you want to see some great art, hit my DeviantArt art page up. And finally,
There we go.
support my Patreon. Thanks.
Alright, thanks guys. I almost forgot I was muted there. Alright, thanks guys. But let's just go to a little video I found pretty entertaining. And we're talking about G-Man again. And this is some of the things that he thinks about. Here he goes. Oh God! All right, so that's Dye Sló. The link is in the description. You can actually check it out. He has some other great content on his channel, and it's actually so fucking fun. So let's get back to the part of the video we were at the other day. And fuck, working 10-hour days, guys. It takes a lot out of me, so I'm sorry I can't do this a little bit more every day. But fun fact, I actually had an 8-hour day yesterday, and maybe I'll talk about, like, you know, how I want communists to die. Excuse me, how I want capitalism to die in a more social, democratic way. But we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about the idiot. First, I only got 17 minutes into this video the other day. God damn it. Oh God, and my head was hurting. But, you know, one of the things I did want to say is I did. Alright, so this is what I was doing earlier. It's Memorial Day weekend. This is why I'm going to devote 3 days to this fool, at least an hour. And then, like, I may do some gaming. Oh, God. I still got smoke in my eyes because I was cooking. I was actually cooking for a couple different people. I was cooking for my kid because I was fucking barbecue and smoking. I was grilling and smoking today. Smoking meat in a smoker. Anyway, I was grilling, so had to grill some ribs separately for me. Then I grilled some ribs that I'm gonna take to my kid because out of the whole Mother's Day, I did it for my ex for a Mother's Day gift and my mother for a Mother's Day gift. So my kid missed out on the ribs, and you know, fathers like you will never know, G-Man, take care of their kids. So, anyway it goes. I was cooking earlier today, and now that everything is in the oven to get nice and tender, I felt I should just dedicate some time to the man, the myth, the legend, G-Man. And just knocked out the orientation of my camera just for a second. There we go. But let's start. Okay, so right around here, what is wrong with this man's bags underneath his eyes? Like, for real, G-Man? For real? But, Tag, he just looks bad. But, let's continue. Look up! Look the fuck up! Now, mind you, he does have a recent video, as recent as I think yesterday, where he's turning off comments and dislikes and live chats because he's sensitive. His poor little feelings are hurt because people said the bad, nasty things. They may have even used curse words. Oh shit. Oh shoot. Oh. Fuck! Aww. His virgin ears. Probably all the rest of him's virgin too. But let's continue. What was the comment, G-Man? What the fuck did you say? We all know you probably said something very inappropriate or stupid or just G-Man. Inappropriate and stupid, that's just your trademark. But let's continue. Just like Jesus says, when somebody angers you, you block them as quickly as you can. But let's continue. Oh, he's trying to read. Let me see if I can bring up his chat. I'm gonna put it up. Just those are two different things, G man. I'm a layman and I know it. Evolution is a change in allele frequency over time over population. That's what evolution is. That's all that it fucking means. There are different paths to evolution, including sexual evolution or the natural selection based on conditions, sexual selection. There are certain different things about evolution that you can actually fucking look up. However, if you're looking up the Kinham or Kit Hovitt form of evolution, then you're gonna be fucked up because they're fucking idiots and you're a fucking idiot. But let's continue. Oh my god! I'm a layman. Okay, so I'm a layman. I know what string theory is. String theory is a principle that on a Planck scale, that there are different strings that the universe vibrates at, and the particles that we actually have, that we see, that make up the atoms. So the gluons, the bosons, the positive and negative forces of the that we see on the molecular scale actually aren't actual one particle, but they're a vibration of a string. I know this shit because I take the time to at least try to, even if I look at YouTube videos, I at least take the time to go to a non-biased site to even learn this shit. Or I just fucking look at sci-fi. It's fucking easy to actually understand this shit. I'm a fucking layman and I understand the very basic principles of the shit. Instead of looking all of these home remedy cures and shit like that, try to look up PBS space. Fuck, it's in my favorites. Let's see if I can bring it up. If you want to know about cosmic evolution or cosmology, you can actually look at some of the PBS. Let me see if I still have it. It's in my favorites. I watch it from time to time. And yes, this is some of the channels that I am subscribed to. So, God damn it. I'm subscribed to a lot of shit. PBS Spacetime. If you go to PBS Spacetime, you can actually see some answers to your questions about where the universe comes from. And you know what they will tell you, you fucking idiot? They will tell you specifically science doesn't give a principle of a reason behind something. It gives a cause, but not a fucking determination of this needs to happen because of this fucking reason. Life is what you make out of it. There is no rhyme or reason to life. It's only idiots like you who need to have some sort of self-importance. Some sort of self-importance to believe that, fuck, if a magical fairy in the sky doesn't love me, then I'm shit. Instead of giving your own... If you take half the energy that you use to be malicious, evil, and willfully stupid, maybe you will be successful in running a marathon instead of bottom from fucking... Oh, what was it? The Jersey Marathon? Let's look at it up. I can't spell. And I'm okay with that because I got fucking Google search. Was it just this one? Yeah, it was this one. Now let's look up our friend. Yeah, it was this one. Runner's info. And this is from him showing a medal. And you know what, G-Man? If you get mad about this, you shouldn't have told your name. And if you want to find some of the shit that I do on the internet, I put it down in the fucking description. So, runner info. Results in photos. This is from him bragging about having a fucking medal because he ran a marathon. Let's see how he did. Look at it. Look at that shit. Oh, that's delicious. Now, I will never claim to run a marathon. Fuck, I didn't even train for the normal bike to drive that I try to do every Memorial Day weekend that is this fucking Sunday because I've been working a fucking job. But this motherfucker bragged about doing a marathon. Bragged about doing a marathon. For like 3 months he said he was training. Damn. Now, I've exaggerated before. He didn't come 10th from the bottom. Out of overall, he was 1,749. In males, he was 1,158. Out of males 40 through 44. Damn, G-Man. Damn. But you are so into fitness and health and alternative health and science. Maybe this alternative health and science could have actually gotten you a better race results. I'm just saying. But let's continue. Now, mind you, I'm a light-skinned guy, but is it bad that I can only see his teeth? In other words, this is my real life. I have nothing else but to do this. That's kind of sad. And I fucking want to make it as a YouTuber. I would have fucking admit, I want to make it as a YouTuber. I want to actually have it where I can have you guys watch me do videos like this where I offer my commentary, or do video games, or hell, watch me draw. I want to actually do this. However, I tell you what I take my pride in. I take my pride in doing my art. I take my pride in working to improve my skills. That's what I take my pride in. I take my pride in doing shit like this. Let me just pull it up. Oh, that's a wonderful picture. Wonderful picture. Yeah. G-Man, even Vegeta has a disapproving glare on your ass. You know what I take my pride in? I take my pride in doing shit like this. When I can actually take what I once did, what I once grew from, things where it comes from, where I used to have art like this, or I grew as a fucking artist and went from this to this and this 15 years later. That's what I take my pride in. But you, G-Man, you don't take your pride in anything but preaching the ministry, all for the sake of, for the G-Man. But let's continue. Now, Marked by God is gone. Let's open up another window. Hold on. Let's open up. Hold on, guys. Guys, sorry about that, but let's bring this up. Hold on one moment. Alright, so let's look at March. No, it couldn't be. Oh, I thought he had misspelled some shit. Yup, Marked by God. He took it down. Originally, he had more to his channel, but he's now taking it down. Aww. Him got his feelings hurt. But let's continue. First of all, I do this for fun and to see the stupidity of other people like yourself. But just check this out. G-Man, why you deny the earth being flat? People in his chat love to troll him. But let's continue. Alright, this is the same fucking idiot that sits back and... Can you guys hear me? Yeah, sure. This is the same fucking idiot that sits back and actually, while people are having a conversation with him, is here, everywhere. There, there. He claps his hands, and it's almost as if he doesn't know the difference between actually having a conversation with conviction and, you know, finding a hill to die on. In other words, he wants to take everything so serious and hyped up, but when somebody doesn't do that, or when they want to have a conversation about shit that they believe, but they're not ready to strangle you for their beliefs, then you're not taking it serious. I swear this man has no sense of hyperbole, no sense of metaphors or similes. He doesn't. But let's continue. Truer words have never been said, because he doesn't care about that. He cares about the almighty Church of G-Man. That's what he cares about. That's literally what he has a conversation about. But let's continue. Now, mind you, he actually has people in the chat, but notice he's called his chat to where people that say bad things about him are taken out. It's just all this other bullshit. And the fact is that G-Man is so thin fucking skinned. He can't handle criticism. That's why you can have where somebody who has actually said they did some shit to him, they've actually bragged that I've actually went in and blocked your fucking people in your channel. But the one person that had nothing to do with it, but he criticizes your ass so fucking much that he has to mastermind. No. Even though it's this person and they are diametrically opposed, the enemy of me and my other enemy are going to be friends. This whole validation game that he has to have in order to fucking feel like, no, I am a fucking martyr. It's ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. And mind you, if he gets too overwhelmed with the attention, the bad attention, he just erases it. The internet never forgets, my friend. The internet never forgets. But let's continue. Was that a tacit admission that he knows he goes too far a lot of fucking time? Was that what that was? Was that a tacit admission of that? Okay, so I actually have this theory. And let me see if I can move this camera where I can actually get both of my hands in here. Yeah, there we go. I have the theory that G-Man is not as dumb as most people think that he is, but he's not as smart as he wants to be. Meaning, there are three reasons. Three. One, he's willfully stupid. He wants to shelter his poor ego and his poor sense of self. And so it's certain shit that he just can't accept. That includes what happens if his faith isn't real. That includes what if he is a failure in life. That includes if he isn't as smart as he thinks he is. Or he isn't as good as a person as he thinks he is. These are things that he has to willfully ignore. He has to willfully say, I can't think about those questions. And that limits him on some of the things that he can actually be in life. I'm sorry. There's just something that I see with this man. But he's not as stupid as a lot of people actually want to be. When he keeps mentioning drunken peasants because that's how he got his claim to fame. He keeps mentioning all these other people that have actually dismissed him wholeheartedly because he's a know-nothing on the internet, and he's one of those idiots who thinks any publicity is good publicity. No, it's not. But he's malicious as shit. He literally has a video right now saying that he's gonna get people taken down. Videos taken down. Little Gary. No. You're encouraging a false flag campaign. That can get all of your channels terminated. But you're too malicious to see how fucking stupid you are. I usually say, what is that? Hapless razors? That's not hapless razors. No, it is hapless razors. Never attributed to malice, what can easily be contributed to stupidity. Well, in this case, it's kind of either or. But let's continue. Okay, so, guys, like, quite literally, this is why he's so pissed off, because he feels that he's an ambassador for Christ. He feels he has a sense of self-importance where it can't be that, he's a nobody. It can't be that the only value in life that he has, well, only two values in life he has, is to be a fucking joke and to be a shining example of how not to live your life. But let's continue. So, one of the things that I've noticed about G-Man is that he does memorize a lot of scriptures. One, to show how great he is because he's a believer. Two, how you can't challenge him because you can't judge him. Only God can judge him. I swear to God, he should literally get a t-shirt with Pac's face on it that says, only God can judge me. And that God being G-Man, but he's not gonna follow that same conclusion. But let's continue. And I love how he keeps throwing out, you're not a true Christian because this and that and other. G-Man, you're not a true Christian because you have too much pride. Pride cometh before a fall. Or in your case, after multiple falls and trips. And somebody probably took a bat and hit you on the head a couple of times. Probably had some developmental issues because your mother probably did hard drugs while she was pregnant with you. Look, you haven't even grown out of being 14. But let's continue. Now, what he fails to mention is he doesn't either. All he does is repent! Repent! You repent. You made fun of me, so you're going to hell. Demon atheist. Fuck out of here. You don't even follow that your own goddamn self. You're so fucking angry and so full of rage and pride that you don't even see when you have a fucking issue with yourself. The fact that you actually want to sit back and dog somebody for not being a good Christian. Will you even forsake the fellowship of other members? Every Sunday morning, your ass is on YouTube trying to make a video. If it's not crying about how some poor mean atheist, some mean atheist being mean to poor little G-man, it's about how you challenge the black Hebrew Israelites. You a fucking joke, dude. Sad. Baby. Give me some evidence that you've won souls to Christ. Give me some evidence that you've converted people to Christianity. I'll wait. Let's continue. Alright. Alright, so for one, G-Man is stupid. Let's just say that off the bat. And what he fails to realize is that what we consider underage now is woefully older than what our culture evolved from. It's disheartening that this fucker doesn't understand historical context of how they used to treat women as fucking property and what they used to do with women as property. His favorite fucking person in the Bible is not Jesus. Let's be honest. Paul is his favorite fucking person because Paul actually took the church in the direction of heavy proselytizing and saying that follow my rules, follow my guidelines. That's why so much of Paul's writing was canonized, because it actually dictated a very large amount of control over the Christian religion. Now, notice I stopped myself instead of saying he wrote versus most of his writings that were attributed to him were canonized, because there were a lot of other writings. In the Gospels alone, you would actually see where there are other Gospels referred outside of just what is used in Mark, used to plagiarize the rest of the other gospels, used in plagiarism, whatever the fuck. People plagiarize Mark to create the other gospels, but he wouldn't understand that because he literally can't read any level where it's acceptable to understand the thesis, the evidence, the hypothesis about these certain things. But let's continue. Alright, so here's the thing. Don't use fucking dweeb, you fucking idiot. This is not the 1990s. This is the early 2000s. Don't use fucking dweeb. Secondly, now, I will admit, I have a certain issue with the for-profit ways that we do school right now. I will admit that the way we teach in a lot of school is rote memorization. I'm actually a big fan of my learning style, and I understand it's biased because it's my learning style of actually providing people with a set of guidelines, and I'm into experimental learning. That's just the way I learn. Give me the guidelines, tell me the limits of what I can actually do, and set me up with the tools I need, and I will actually learn. These are the ways I learn. This is what I'm biased for. But I'd be damned if I would criticize somebody from going to school to actually learn in a way that, and learn in a field that would benefit from them. And I'm sorry. If you are benefiting yourself, learning different ways, or learning different information, or learning skill, or learning a social science, great. I applaud you for that. I will never be one to take away and say education is wrong. No. Like I said, I have a problem with the for-profit modes of education. I have a problem with the limitation of certain teaching styles that is prevalent in our education system. But for this idiot to sit back and say, well, I'm going to school, that makes me huffy. No. No. I'm going to tell you something that you may like, but the Holy Spirit may actually kind of block from your mind just for a little bit. Eat a bag of dicks. Remember, it's all about G-Man and he being the judge of things, right? And by the way, it goes without saying, G-Man is a pretty noticeable misogynistic asshole. I wouldn't say he's a MRA, but I don't think he likes women. But let's continue.